Hello and welcome to Camp Xtras. Today I'm doing a short review of Dicefolk. This game was developed by Leap and Tiny Ghoul. This game was put into the recent Humble Monthly Bundle, and I like run-based games, so I played through it recently, and let me tell you how it went. Dicefolk is a pretty common game type from the outset. You get a run-based game where you get items to make runs easier, despite each experience getting harder and harder. Yet it's the smaller elements that make it different, and this one has a whole slew of different things. First of all, this game is sort of like Pokemon. You have a crew of 3 monsters, each has their own powers and attacks, but the thing is, the battlefield is played on a radial system. They are all placed in a circle, and the leader is the only one who attacks, but you also have the ability to turn them left and right, which many monsters have additional powers they get whenever you move them a certain direction. Yet you can't do this all willy-nilly. Here you have dice and you roll them, and that determines what moves you can do. But the weirder catch here is that you control the enemy's moves through their dice. You pick when they attack, and you manage their debuffs, and you have to use all of the enemy dice. Managing this is how you win your battles and move on. Your goal on the map is to make it to the very end of each fight and win. The battle system here, and as I'm talking about it, I realize how convoluted it sounds, but when you play it, it surprisingly clicks. I've played a lot of roguelikes like this over the years, and I do enjoy the genre, and I've played some with so many mechanics that it will ruin the whole game, making it a slog. Yet something about the battle system here of moving around and rolling moves goes by well and is never a slog. Well, that is if you put it on the fast forward mode. This helps the speed of the game so much. The regular speed is good when you first start off, but eventually you'll want to move it up. Yet it's the fights that keep this game strong, because this game gets messy fast. The enemy team might poison you on a turn, or if you misuse your dice, you could have a heavy hitter on the enemy team attacking a weaker monster. It's things like this that keep this game spicy, and some of these bad rolls are going to happen. Though overall, I found the game surprisingly easy. You will hit your low points, but I always felt like there was plenty of health available, and it wasn't hard to overbuff your monsters. This is because there's plenty of stops on the board, and there are a lot of shops. One shop is the gear shop that'll give your monsters valuable items to buff them up, but the best store is the dice smith. This allows you to add new sides to your dice, so you can guarantee a good roll no matter what. This was the most interesting part of the game to me, fixing up my dice to guarantee great turns, but it takes work to get to that point, making it satisfying to work your way up. Now on top of that, I like all the visuals here, going for something nice and cartoony. There is a good variety in all the different types and styles of monsters, and despite simplistic looks, it offers a lot. Though there isn't a ton of enemy variety, and I would have liked a bit more there. I also think the audio is quite good, and this game has an enjoyable, whimsical soundtrack, making sure it's all a nice package going together. I went into this expecting something more like Pokemon, but came out with something completely different. A dice-based roguelike where you use monsters, rotating them around the play space. It sounded like way too much at first, but somehow they managed to make it all come together, and it's easy to understand and fun to play. I really enjoyed this game, and I recommend checking it out. And thank you so much for watching this short review. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, comment below with any games on Steam that you'd be interested in hearing me talk about, and be sure to subscribe to keep up with more videos like this, and check out my main channel, Camp Xbox, for Xbox related videos, and I'll see you here next time at Camp Xtras.